been here, when I first came to work here, we were located, most of the operation was in the building across the street.
Okay.
And we consolidated everything over here starting at the first of this year. We signed the lease in the building and started moving in here in January 1st. And we started with the production facility. Once the decision was made that we were going to actually do all the final assembly, final production here in the United States, here we came.
Okay. So was some of this originally done elsewhere, Asia? Or?
Yes, we tried. So we did do some production runs in Asia. We were never happy with the results or the quality that we were getting. And once we looked at the cost, we realized that we could do a better job for less here in the United States.
Okay.
So really part of the mandate, if you will, or part of the driving motivation behind Zero is that we want to be, you know, an American-based manufacturing company where, you know, all the design, engineering, and assembly is done in America.
Okay.
And this is really what's driving us. And therefore, we've grown from a company that started out with 8 people to 30 people to now 70 people with good-paying jobs for people in a very exciting and rewarding career field. So, and we take this very seriously. We take this very seriously, and we're working towards that. It's very motivating. We want to see an American company be the leader in the field. So we're here at the very beginning of the process.
All right.
All the everything starts, including all of the shipping and receiving. So everything that, you know, to become a Zero motorcycle starts right here in this area. All of the parts and stuff from our various suppliers are brought in and they're delivered here. The guys take delivery on them. They you know, inventory them. They catalog them. They make sure that all of the paperwork matches up and everything starts here. And actually,
so that's what all the shipping containers are out and back there.
Absolutely. And actually, the first, you know, one of the very early stages of assembly takes place right here with our tire assembly room, where we actually build up wheel sets. We take rims and things that we see just as rims, and we start mounting the tires and balancing them and doing all of that to the bikes.
Okay.
So right now, we've finished off on 2011 production about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
We had a very successful year. We're in the process of retooling for 2012. 2012 job 1 starts in just a couple of months. And so
now how is the 2012 going to be different from what you did in 2011?
Well, we will be announcing the differences on November 8th at EICMA, at our the World's Motorcycle Exhibition. It's kind of top secret for now.
Okay.
Suffice it to say, our engineers have been very hard at work building additional performance and range and styling into the bike.
All right, so we got to wait till November.
Got to wait till November, but it's very exciting. We've made some significant progress from 2010 to 2011. We just didn't take a small step forward. We took a major leap forward in terms of production, and we expect to see that type of growth again for 2012.
Okay, excellent. Now, do you guys do anything in the way of racing?
Yes, we do some racing.
TTXGP?
Yes, we've been involved in TTXGP in the 7.5 kilowatt class. Doing some mainly as R&D for the new product, and we're also been doing. We dominated mini motocross this year. We owned the podium at that event, which is the biggest motocross.
And that's where's that held?
That's in Las Vegas.
Las
in May.
Vegas.
We just killed the competition there.
All right.
So
big parts room.
Yeah, parts room, and this is where we keep all the current stock of parts for Zero, and these are all the things that come in to go into building our bike. So. Again, everything is QC'd, and we'll go into QC here in a minute, but everything is inventory cataloged and brought in here. If it's on the shelves here, we know, you know, it's a good part and it's something that can go into production. You know, since we decided to move the operation here, we really have focused on, you know, we're a real manufacturer of motorcycles. It's not just some, you know, cardboard cutout paper mache type facility. You know, we've
You put things together here rather than unpack them from shipping containers.
Exactly. Okay. And you'll see here in just a minute where the rubber really starts hitting the road.
Literally?
So, yes, literally. So This is probably one of the most important rooms in the facility, and this is our QC area.
Okay.
And this is where every part is checked. Every part, if it's a safety, especially if it's a safety issue, talking about frames, wheels, brake components, motors, is QC'd here. Every single part. And so we have a very rigorous test. We have over $15,000 worth of measuring equipments and everything else in here to quantify and to measure things and to see how things perform. And then the guys have a protocol set up and measurements and everything to make sure that each part meets our quality control. Okay. If they don't, they're red tagged and they're put in a spin here for further further study and dispensation. Sometimes they're shipped back to the manufacturer. Even here, here's a great example.
Yeah.
Great looking seat and everything. But
except for the blemishes, yeah.
Except for the cosmetic blemishes.
Yeah.
You know, we can't sell a brand new motorcycle with a seat like that, so it doesn't
Right.
pass QC, and we goes
So
on.
I assume if you get a certain level of that problem cropping up, it's time to have a talk with the supplier or find a new supplier.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
have to go back to our suppliers and work with them, you know, especially if we start seeing reoccurring over and over and over. One of the biggest challenges of building this company up has been the supply chain and getting the supply chain in place to where it could support. This is Big Rich here.
Hi, Big Rich.
One of our QC guys.
He's one of the QC. You do not want to mess with him.
If he says it's no good, you don't argue with him.
Okay,
If
excellent.
he says it's not going any farther, that's the end of the story.
All right.
You don't argue with that anymore. So
Great. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you. We'll move on here a little bit. We'll come over to this area. This is our battery room and a storage room on some levels. We store some old inventory in here, older parts and stuff from past years' models we store in here to make sure we have an adequate supply on hand
Right.
for our customers.
Is there a certain level of that you're sort of required to keep, or?
Well, yes. I mean, we're supposed to keep, you know, going back 7 years
Okay.
parts in stock. You know, but you know, we also have our own. You know, we know that we need to support our customers. They have our product. We want them to stay with us for the lifetime of their, you know, product cycle. So we have to support them. So here we have, ironically enough, we have some leftover 2010 models.
Okay.
We've been selling these at at leftover prices, and
Right.
we've been doing quite well moving these here lately. And we've just been taking, this is the remaining inventory from 2010. It's just a handful of bikes.
Right.
So we're slowly converting them into you know, completed bikes so that they can be detailed. This is our battery area. All the batteries that we produce, you know, that's part of the secret of what makes Zero is our battery technology. And this over here is where we build the batteries up, and then of course once they're up they have to be charged on a regular
Right.
basis.
Now,
Batteries like to be kept fully charged to be happy.
Right. So you get them as cells, and then you assemble them into the final pack.
We
Then here.
build these bricks up, these
Right.
that go into the bikes. We have two different batteries, the 4.4 kilowatt, which is this system,
Okay.
and then the smaller battery systems that go into the off-road bikes, the
off-road
2
bike,
kilowatt.
right.
So this is one of the coolest things. Here's a frame for a Zero, a chassis for a Zero S or DS. And the coolest thing about this thing is that it weighs 23 pounds.
Wow.
This
now
whole thing weighs
that's cast aluminum, or?
It's aircraft quality, aircraft grade cast aluminum,
Okay.
and hydroformed and put together under our proprietary design. Extremely lightweight.
Okay,
Very,
I'm gonna lift it.
yeah, check it yourself.
Oh yeah.
Just impressive. You know, one of the design features, our bikes, if you compare our bike compared to an internal combustion engine bike, in similar size, similar performance, it's probably our bike's at least 30, 40, as much as 50 pounds lighter.
Okay.
So, and that's a big advantage when you're using electricity to power your bike. The lower you can keep the weight, the farther it's going to go.
Okay.
So part of the design feature of a Zero is just that, testing. What are you doing, testing batteries?
Balancing.
Balancing.
Balancing them right now. Just getting nice and happy to return back to the customer right now.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So you do that for customers
Customers are older batteries that just need a little loving. That
Right.
We just manually get in there, and we can
Right.
just do it faster than the board right now. So
Right.
we're just bumping it up right now so we can get a nice top charge, so that gets a good long
Okay.
life out of this
Now,
battery.
is that something where a dealer ships that back to you, or is this a local customer?
This is just a local customer
Okay.
right now. We're just trying to get it, done real quick and right back to him so he can get back on the road and be
Right.
happy.
Okay. Yeah, I have a Toyota Prius that's converted to a plug-in, and that's what we need to do with ours. Come back in and rebalance our path.